How would you feel if the next president was elected even though less than 1/4 of the country voted for them? If you're not comfortable with that, then you shouldn't be comfortable with the Electoral College. My name is Chris Hawkins, and I'm going to tell you why we should do away with the Electoral College completely. To begin with a little history, the Electoral College was a system put in place in 1787 by the U.S. Constitution for the election of the President and Vice President of the United States. All in all, there are 538 electors divided amongst the states that essentially choose who will be running our country. Throughout history, there were 5 times where a president was elected despite losing the popular vote through this process of the Electoral College. As you can see here on this table, the first 3 instances occurred all in the 1800s when John Quincy Adams, Rutherford B. Hayes, and Benjamin Harrison were elected president despite losing the popular vote by clear margins. But it wasn't until 2016 that I personally took an interest in this topic, when Donald Trump was elected president despite losing by nearly 3 million votes, which is by far the most in history. Now let's go over what I see as the biggest problem with this system. As you can see on this pie chart here, someone could actually be elected president with only 22% of the popular vote. To put that into bigger perspective, if there were 50 million votes cast by everyone here, candidate could win with only 11 million of that total number. This would mean that someone would actually lose the election despite gaining 39 out of 50 million votes from everyone in the United States through the Electoral College. To go over the process a little more and its flaws, as you can see on this map here from worldatlas.com, here are the total number of electoral votes for each state. Now just taking a quick look at it, you can already see the problems with this, because if you live in North Dakota or South Dakota, for example, your vote's only going towards 3 electoral votes in the end. And if you live in Texas, your vote's going towards 34 electoral votes. Now this process just makes it so whatever state you live in could be more important than the other, and it shouldn't be like that. Because if you're voting in California, Texas, Florida, your vote is going to mean more than North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, and it shouldn't be like that. Every vote in the United States should count the same, and it should go all towards the same in the end in electing who will become the President of the United States. As you can see here on this map by Forbes.com, Donald Trump won these states by a very narrow margin. However, with the winner-take-all system, he was able to gain all of these electoral votes, and Clinton was only able to get a few states through the electoral system. Now the solution to this problem, in my opinion, is very simple. Just go with the popular vote. Make America vote again, as you can see in that picture. What I mean by this is, if we just went with the popular vote, it would solve all the problems that I highlighted earlier, such as one state counting more than the other, because if it was just popular vote, it wouldn't matter where you're voting, because your vote in the end is going to mean the same as person 2, person 3, person 4, and that's how it should be, because every vote should be the same in America, and every vote should be equal. Not, am I voting in Texas, am I voting in California, because those are all more important through the electoral system with the number of votes for each country. Through the popular vote as well, the elect will always be who America voted for, because there were obviously 5 times in history where there was less people that voted for the president that was eventually elected, such as Donald Trump in this previous election. And if you're voting for someone to run your country, it should always be the more popular choice and who the American citizens voted for. And that's how I feel it should be. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.